Hello everyone, my name is Sam and I own a small carpet cleaning company in Montana called Western Carpet Cleaning. And today I want to discuss a topic that is kind of controversial within the carpet cleaning community, and that is the Bissell Big Green Deep Cleaning Machine, or the BG10. It's talked about quite a bit, whether or not it's appropriate to use as a professional carpet cleaner. And so in this video, I just want to address some of the pros and cons and what it's good for and some of the shortcomings. Now, I bought this machine last year with no intention of using it for my business. I really only wanted to use it in my own home when I need to give my carpets a good deep clean. However, a couple months ago, I felt the need to kind of stretch its legs a little bit, so I decided to use it in a couple of vacant rentals with some extremely trashed carpet that I didn't really think VLM cleaning was going to cut it. I'm primarily a VLM cleaner. So immediately I noticed a couple of things that this machine is really good for, and a couple of things that are kind of cons. The positives about this machine are it is extremely compact and lightweight. Now, about the first 6 months of my carpet cleaning business, I was operating out of a single cab pickup truck. So space is extremely limited. And on rainy days or snowy days, which, in Montana we get those a lot, that's a good part of the year, I can't keep stuff in the bed of the truck. I could keep this Bissell machine, a vacuum cleaner, a sprayer, an Oric, and all the pads and chems right within the cab of that truck. So that is definitely a positive, to have a machine that can do rinsing and extracting, to be able to fit in a tight space. Another positive thing about this machine is it is more powerful than a rug doctor. This thing actually lifts carpet up off of the ground, or the floor, I should say. So it does have good suction power. Another really good aspect of this machine is it is not cost prohibitive. This one, I believe, cost me right around $800. Now, a lot of people that are more established in the business would say that you need to right away get a portable or invest in a truck mount. But in this economy right now, that's not necessarily an option. A good portable can range anywhere from $2,500 to $6,000. That's a lot of money. I know when I started my carpet cleaning business, I was living on a shoestring budget, and I could not afford to put that amount of money up front. And a lot of people do not want to put several $1,000s on the line in a business that they don't even know if they're going to make it in or not. So I can totally understand that just from my own perspective. Now, just a couple bad things about the machine. It has a really small capacity for cleaning, meaning the clean water tank only holds about 1 3/4 of a gallon of water, and the recovery tank holds about 2 gallons. If you're cleaning a decent sized room, like a living room, you can pretty well count on having to dump that wastewater tank out and refill the clean water tank at least once for a good sized room. So that's incredibly time consuming. Another bad thing about it is because it is nowhere near as powerful as a portable and definitely nowhere near as powerful as a truck mount, you really have to take your time. You definitely have to go slow on those cleaning strokes, and you definitely have to go slow on those dry passes. So if you opt to use a machine like this, here's a few things to consider. One of them is definitely use professional cleaning products with this machine. Do not try to use the detergents that you would simply put into the cleaning tank or the clean water tank of the machine. Those don't work incredibly well, and because of the lack of power, you can't get all of that out of the carpet, so it's going to leave the carpet sticky when it's dry. This is when encapsulants and even a few non-encapsulants like Green Dragon from Encap Store can really, really shine, because they don't leave a residue. Personally, I have been using Green Dragon from Encap Store with this machine with incredible results. As long as you follow professional guidelines and not the instructions that are included with the machine, you should be able to get along pretty okay. Now, my process when using this machine is, of course, pre-vacuuming, because the nozzle is fairly small and tight, so pet hair and large debris will clog it up pretty easy. And then pre-spraying, instead of just putting the chemical within the clean water tank. Pre-spray, and then agitation is really important with these. Now, they do have a brush that agitates, but you want to agitate and then let the chemical dwell within the carpet. Personally, I agitate with an auric orbiter, with a green brush or a black brush, typically a black brush, but I will use the green brush if the carpet is particularly challenged. Then I will go over it with this machine. Another good thing to do with this machine is when you're done, run over it with a post bonnet, as it's called. Typically, this is a microfiber bonnet on your OP machine or rotary machine. And this just kind of absorbs some more moisture. So, at the end of the day, in the carpet cleaning community, we kind of have a thing that we abide by, and that is never take something into a customer's home that they can buy at Target. And this really walks the razor's edge of that. So, in my personal opinion, yes, it will clean carpets, as long as you use it properly and you use a proper technique. However, this shouldn't be the machine that you stay with forever. Being very time consuming, as I touched on before, it really shines in small jobs like smaller apartments or maybe single rooms. But I wouldn't do anything bigger than that with this, just because of its small capacity. So you have to be willing to pay a price to use this machine, and that price is your time. Ultimately, you have to decide what your time is worth. Now, in my next video in this series, I'm going to be talking about another somewhat controversial topic, and that is the auric orbiter. Until then, I hope you all have a good day and make a ton of money.